What's up, guys? Too Blunt in the building.
What's going on, True Blunt Army? I'm back in the building. How you guys doing today? It's Friday. You guys already know what that means. We're going to be listening to some Akala Fire in the Booth Part 2. Now, I see that Akala has 3 Fire in the Booth. I think he's one of the only ones that does. I do listen to Akala. I read some stuff from Akala, his interviews. And if you didn't see his NFTR, his Not For The Radio interview, there's a lot of things you can learn from that. So I will link that in the description, so make sure you guys going to check that out. From what I was just listening to, Low-Key, Daily Duppy, now we're listening to Akala. I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh, Low-Key and Akala on the same day? Yeah, it's that kind of vibe, man. If you guys don't know who Akala is, he is one of the biggest artists, in my opinion, when it comes to messages, lyricism, lyrics, depth, meaning to the music. There's a lot of respect I have for Akala when it comes to that, because, you know, he is a black man as well, and he's more on a positive kind of vibe with his music. And, you know, people like that is who I look up to the most when they have a positive vibe, being that they're the same skin color as I am. It doesn't matter if they're the same color, but when they are, you know, it's just that much more of a push, because it shows you that, yo, you don't have to be talking about this kind of stuff to make it that big, or you don't have to be talking about this kind of stuff to have some kind of attention, because Akala speaks on, like, you know, positive and real life issues that a lot of people can relate to. So yeah, we're going to be checking out his Fire in the Booth Part 2. If you haven't seen it yet, the link's in the description down below. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut this into halves, because it's pretty long, and I know some of you guys don't want to sit around watching 14 minutes. So I might cut it into 2 sections, one 7-minute and another 7 minutes. So yeah, we're going to watch this one and see what this one's about from Akala.
Akala, brother, you know what time it is when you hear this, right?
Akala. My afro's something like that. Not really. It's not that high.
Yo, Akala.
Wow.
Knowledge is power.
Remember when I used to
Volume
say
1 mixtape
Akala,
28 for me.
you guys
Listen,
would be like, it's Akala.
AkalaMusic.com.
Chase.
Tiny bit more vocal, please, actually. Listen, knowledge is power, always. Listen.
The scam, brother, the scam!
Oi, mate, my personal life's great. Some of you would love me more if I rub that in your face. Okay, well, let us run down the resume and have a little chat about Akala's living today. Big whip, nice yard, been all over the globe. Look how many continents that I have done. Shows, couple little companies, neat little office, everything going swell. Little bit of profit, built a business educating kids from the block. So far as I'm concerned, you gotta be a mug to not rate him. Own my own masters, still my own master. Novels and scripts on the way. Rap is just a part of the genius in his head, and he knows it, dickhead. Since I used to kick ball for West Ham with my big head. Back in school days, wearing hand-me-downs from my sister, and gal was still onto man. Now that's some Ross charisma. As just a nipper, I took my first pull of Rizla. And who you think gave me that? Yeah, my bigger sister. So when we speak of struggle, cousin, it's yours. You know the same old madness. Working class poor, yeah. So may have won a couple of awards. I guarantee you that my family just as messed up as yours. All the abuse and the alcoholism and drug addiction. Uncles going to prison. This is working class living in Britain. It ain't great. You gotta be kidding. So please don't ever get confused by me spitting. Cause yes, I said the ghetto's in our head, but no, I didn't mean if you live next to a food yard, let that's in your dreams. I meant believing in the madness they spout about us is far more dangerous than putting us in council houses. So yeah, I criticize, but from a place of love, never, ever. Cause I think that I've become above every young bruv you wanna judge as a tug. It's me, man, it's a little guidance and love. So I think that you're the mug. And why be smug when it's an actual fact? We all commit crime simply by paying tax. Cause we didn't go and tickle them people in Iraq and ask them so politely for all the minerals we extract. We blew children's heads off, set fire to backs. With a gangster nation, get down and you get clapped. So when you see the youth they're running around on the road with heaters, don't be surprised, they're just copying their leaders. Long as the wars stay in places that are brown and poor, we can all pretend to be abhorred, but we applaud. If you go up to Knightsbridge and get violent, the policeman that duppies you will probably get knighted. If I don't wanna fight you, cuz it ain't cause I'm frightened. I'd just rather fight with those who really think they're titans. I ain't scared of bleeding, I am scared of breathing another breath in this world where everything is so uneven. When millions murdered in the Congo when it's barely news. But if a footballer's wife should buy a pair of shoes, I'm supposed to give up. Apparently, I do not. The world's a reflection of your block. And if you think a world that profit from their death and be totally cool, thinks you're better cause you live here, you're a bloody fool. Look around at genocidal abuse. I swear to humanity ain't nothing but a virus with shoes. Then I pick my nephew up from school and I look at the youths and see the love they show each other, and I'm just so confused because they ain't learned yet what is their race or religion. So we're born unconditioned, but we learn to play our position in the system. Look what that does to our recognition of self. We grow suspicion of our own intuition. Now listen, Akala's sick, way raps about racism too much. Could you imagine I gave a flying? Cause it's amazing how many wanna claim they love this music with no respect for the actual struggle that produced it. Did hip-hop not start in segregated hoods? Are them hoods not still segregated? So it's really good. Are the First Nation not still on reservations where the age of 46 is the average life expectation? And fellas, I wonder where the favelas have been suddenly knocked down and replaced with something better. If you got sense, you see fights are joined, and race, class and gender are sides of the same coin. So if you're really down for justice, whoever the people who suffers, whoever you are, I consider you my sister's brothers, but call it what it is, like Carlin or Bill Hicks. Not these patronizing left-wing little twits that ask me dumb shit on a superior tip and wanna act like cause I read I saw less violence as a kid. Don't make me an exception for your mental protection from accepting the madness in the system we are left in. That was the clearest thing to come of August events. All the closet bigots started speaking their minds again. So when a Jamaican or Asians misbehaving, of course it's cause of their skin. Blonde hair kills a million people, that's just him. And it's entertaining, some people are so thick, but I prefer that than all of the fake grins. Cause it's the only problem, people claim they wanna solve but don't actually wanna talk about how it evolved. You are told this country really, really yours, sir? What they did to brown people did to their own poor first, and originally in the States working class whites were also enslaved, though no one talks about it today. Ever since the master came with the system of privilege, made the working whites the overseers, mulattoes the house, cause put the darkest blacks in the field. That mind is with us still. $1 billion industry, skin cream and bleaching pills. And let's be honest, most people of my complexion to this very day still think they're better than the darker section. You say it's changed, then only educate me about Wilberforce, not about the Africans in Haiti who beat the armies of the British, Spanish and Napoleon. From the moment they stolen them, there was no controlling them. When I was in school, she said, no, you never fought for freedom. No, we freed you, and you were on your knees pleading. And what's more, did you know that we kind of saved you from the barbarism of Africa? You should be grateful when enough of our own people can't be bothered to read that they actually believe that we were swinging from trees. They don't know the Kingdom of Congo had embassies in Italy 500 years ago. Literally ain't heard of St. Maurice nor Septimus Severus. They ain't studying the past cause they think it's irrelevant, and attempts at pretending ancient Egyptians weren't African. Nothing more than pseudo-intellectual lies. They obviously ain't read what Aristotle and Herodotus said about people that they saw for their own eyes. And Egypt's been invaded since the fall of the pharaohs. Not once, not twice, but many, many times. So nobody wants to explain why so many statues are missing noses, even when them statues made of granite. It ain't one people alone mistaught about themselves. We live on Celtic land, but don't learn about the Celts. The same Irish people you characterize as stupid during the dark ages, some of the most educated living in Europe. And did you learn the numbers you count with every day was invented by Indian people? I bet you didn't. Or how many million Indians fought for Britain in both world wars? Still you got the cheek to call them immigrants. We don't learn about the Moors, of course. For some that knowledge dangerous. Is it a problem, the impact they had on the Renaissance? When people take power over another group, we minimize their achievements so we can make it feel true. So if you think Columbus was first to sail ocean blue, you probably believe Elvis invented rock and roll too. And oh, for the record, no doubt I believe in peace, but not for 1 second, and they'll turn the other cheek. They slap you, slap them back, take teeth. The only way a bully ever learn is getting beat. Fight fire with fire, nah, fire with water. See, the life-giving force is stronger than the destroyer. That's why these MCs can't speak to me. No, all men are not made equally. My brain's made of iron fiber, conducting the livest wire. My average grade's higher than Oxford or Cambridge require. I don't want credit because I got a message. I want credit because I'm the best MC. Dead it. When I came out way back in 04, sister, I just won every award. Most man would have done the bait thing, put big sis on the chorus chords. That would have been A-list raw. Quickly I would have been famous more, but look how I came in this thing raw. Bang up the streets some more. If I MC then I heard me rap, I'd be like, what the? I ain't never gonna be that good, so I better not push my luck. It will embarrass me. Only insanity would make you challenge me. Better hope if we bump heads, that day that I feel like charity. If not, it's a beating, and there ain't no use in search of a meaning. Cause all it means is that you are crap and I am a genius. Why I'm Panama, I push the perimeter. Can you imagine if I'm sicker than average? I killing with character. Benjamin Banneker, look at the marriage, a stamina damage away from Britannica. Gotta look for the whole of the calendar. So cold that I roll in the challenger. Why you man roll with the amateurs? I'm too much harder. You can just call him Father Akala, but I don't talk shit like a pastor. You already know that I'm smarter than half a bloody disaster. If I ever start, I'll probably a prodigy, make you a martyr for these crap MCs that mumble. Then see me in the flesh and crumble. Never told you that I was humble. No, I'm not. Don't lie. I'm so sure in my writing ability that I feel like I'm finding divinity. Sit down, let me rhyme a soliloquy. My agility, time in this military. What a scene, guillotine for the mini-me. It seems you're a fiend for the mimicry. Your team couldn't dream of the synergy that I bring when I scheme when a wicked beat. There goes again with the big words with best syllables. Get your dictionaries out. That's what I'm about. Clowns wanna shout. Flash them, smash them in the mouth. Bloody professor, a man of the letters I read and I'm sure that I'm better. Never regret an endeavor to dead an oppressor. I think that the lepers that think that their pleasures are better endeavors than all of our pressures. But see me, born in a rage, maroon blood coursing my veins. As you can see, I was born for the stage, but I'll never be their cultural maid. Some say that we're political, is what they're doing isn't. Don't they preach a political doctrine called materialism? But for all the Italian clothes that you wear, all German cars that you drive, all French champagne that we'll buy, will still be monkeys in their eyes. So why you were begging it? Who knows? Italians fight to wear Jamaican clothes. Italians call their own women, but everyone's entertainment, bro. But hey, what do I know? I'm just the one with the codes that flows all over the globe. I'm bunning down shows, but still don't oil my chest and pose a threat to the power structure. Not because we're anything special, but because we're the people together, and that's the only way things change ever.
Yo, I swear to God, yo. I swear, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, the message, the knowledge. Like, I was thinking about something he was saying before, and I was like, why did he actually mention it when he talked about we're the criminals? Because, you know, we pay taxes. I'm going to speak about that after, because this shit makes a lot of sense if you think about it. I'm telling you, man, just listen to what he has to say. It's educational, and I think we should all listen to what Akala has to say.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Absolute power corrupts, absolutely, but absolute powerlessness does the same. It's not the poverty, it's the inequality we live with every day that will turn us insane. Absolute power corrupts, absolutely, but absolute powerlessness does the same. It's not the poverty, it's the inequality we live with every day. Yo, listen. In a scheme of living, my life wasn't hard, but as far as Britain goes, I practically starved. Sleeping in a tracksuit, gas meter running out, electric cut off as well, candles lighting up the house. Looking in my mother's eyes, I see how she feels. The strain and the pain of just paying bills that ain't real. And that's how I grew, like so many more. And that was part of who I am very sure. You wanna know the rage I feel in my stomach? No, my mom and dad split up when I was still in her stomach. And not everything that happened I will put in 16s, but I will tell you enough so you will know what I mean. My boy's mother got cancer the same time as mine, but his mother died and mine survived. It was crazy back then. When I was like 10, already had the mental strength more than many grown men. This was a couple years after my stepdad left. Did he really know the crazy mess that he left? Because mum done recover from the lumps in her neck, but being poor and alone couldn't cope with the stress. My big sis fought, so much so, now I hadn't left school. When she left home, I was 13 by now, still a little kid, innocent. Next couple years though, will turn him to a militant. That is the result of no food in the fridge. And every other day you're getting searched by the pigs. Plus these patronizing teachers, though my grade's sick, trying to emasculate me, yeah, turn me to a Anna. Don't mean a woman, please let me be clear. I mean a spineless man, because what do they fear? More than a working class brown male with a brain. When our energy is harnessed, everything changed. Look at Pac, look at Marley, look at Hendrix, look at Garvey. This is the potential that is wasted on a daily basis. A racist, classist world that we live in. Still we coming for nothing and we educate millions. I see why it scares you. It's like, how dare you overcome obstacles that we have been careful to place in your way every step of the way. In this so-called democracy where kids get sprayed, blacks and the Asians, Turks and the chavs, crowded in council flats, living like ants. And who's more confused than so-called white trash, talking this madness about they want their country back? It never was yours. You should read more. What they did to brown people, they did to their own poor. But people's memory's short, so much that I'm seeing black and Asian kids cuss Eastern Europeans. No pot to piss in makes competition. I fail to see how this is an effective system when cats and dogs in America and Britain eat better food than most of humanity, and we spend our technology only on killing. How is this more than sophisticated savagery? It was once said, the world is a stage, each person just an actor with a part to play, like the middle class kids and kids of the rich that have everything, but yet still they pissed on they coke and ketamine, strung out on. I ain't generalizing, look at the evidence, so go to Glastonbury any year, you will see. But unlike Carnival, it won't be crawling with police, this is London. The kids on the very next street had a very different life experience from me. And in my experience, they can't help but be smug after a lifetime of what they think's just good luck. But they're still more anxious and more thankless. Unearned privilege weighs like an anchor, that's why they copy what we do, trying to be what they not. They will grow up though and get better jobs and maintain a system that they claim that they hated. They can't fight against, they got a stake in this matrix. Hip hip-hop is just a fad to them. You didn't know? But for us, this is our living, breathing soul. And yeah, they might backpack in South America or even volunteer in an African village. But all said and done, when push comes to shove and hits the fan of middle class and British, and I ain't even dissing. That's just how it is. Most rich brown people are just as full of shit. So much more concerned with our cars and jewels than most of the world's poor looks just like you. So much more concerned with being privileged few. And who knows, maybe me too, because absolute power corrupts absolutely, but absolute powerlessness does the same. It's not the poverty, it's the inequality we live with every day that will turn us insane. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, but absolute powerlessness does the same. It's not the poverty, it's the inequality we live with every day that will turn us insane.
Who's bad? Akala's in the building, man! So you call a real MC right here! Just schooled you, man! Please
Knowledge
pay
is
attention!
power.
Knowledge is power! Akala's just put it down, man! I think we just witnessed something real legendary. I think history has just been made in the BBC building, man.
Alright. Akala's Fire in the Booth Part 2. I was supposed to do 7 minutes, but I couldn't stop watching it. Like I said, educational, makes sense, there's a message, he teaches you a lot. Now, I'm sure a lot of people who are younger than me, like probably 16, 14 who are watching this, you may not get a lot of things he's talking about, but it does make a lot of sense. I still don't know a lot of things he's talking about because, you know, I haven't researched all of that. So, for you guys who do know, let me know in the comment section, because I know the older guys who are in here, who are watching, you guys know about a lot of things that's going on now. One thing that he pointed out that I didn't learn until I moved here, I learned it from one of my friends, that white people used to be enslaved too. I did not know that. I learned this with 4 or 5 years ago. It's my friend Robbo. You guys have seen him before. From my last Akala, when I shared his first Fire in the Booth.
The food, all thinking there's no way out of road life, but Malcolm X used to hustle on the roadside.
Like when Tupac used to talk about stuff like that, he just bringing back up the history that people don't know about. That's what I like about his lyrics. It's meaningful. It means something.
Exactly. It's the dude that was sitting in the back seat with the blue shirt. He was the one that taught me that, because he researches a lot of Black history. That dude researches a lot, and I've learned a lot of things from him. So yeah, this was a message for it made a lot of sense. And back to the thing about the criminals, us being criminals. I was actually thinking about this, yesterday, a few days ago, how we're freaking criminals because, you know, we pay taxes, right? What do our taxes go towards? The government, the city, the police, these people, blah, 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 the army. Now, we're paying our taxes, paying the police to kill us, so we're paying for ourselves to be murdered. You get what I'm saying? Because we pay the police with our tax money. The police goes out there and just kills innocent people, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, whoever it is. They just kill innocent people. And then, you know, they get a pass because they feared for their lives or they're just police officers. But we're the ones paying that taxes. We're paying taxes so these people can take our people, the minority, put them in prison to feed them garbage food that are... It's like a cycle that's all effed up, man. And like listening to Akala, you know, it makes you want to educate yourself more in situations because, like he said, knowledge is power. My mom has been telling me this since I don't know how long ago my mom's been telling me knowledge is power. Now, I have seen my mom struggle. I have seen, like he said, I can relate to some things Akala's saying. He was pissed when his mom and dad split before he was even born. My mom and dad split. I was born already. I was, a month? Or not even a month yet before they split. So I was pretty much left with my mom. My dad was still around, but from afar. You get what I'm saying? Like from another country. But I pretty much grew up with my mom. That explains why the relationship between my mom and I are like this, but my dad and I are like, we're like neighbors or something like that. So yeah, man, this one makes a lot of sense. You guys, let's make a conversation in the comment section down below. Go and watch this for yourself. Listen to it completely. Just listen to everything he has to say, because some people think Akala is just about racism, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But if you watch his NFTR, it's not quite like that. He teaches a lot about Black history. He knows a lot about it. I think he did a study on Shakespeare or wrote something on Shakespeare. And that's freaking crazy because some people just see one side of it. They don't look into it. Once you see the outside of a surface, you judge it by that. But if you don't see the underside or what's under the engine, under the hood, under the bonnet, then you get to see how much more complicated it is. It's not just what you see it as. So yeah, when I listen to Akala, I just sit back, relax, and just listen to the vibes. And I like, oh, I didn't know that, and I didn't know this. There's some things that he said about Indians were creating the number system or something like that. I didn't know that. If I don't quote me on that, but he said something in relation to that. And one thing about the black kids and the little Asian kids dissing or cussing the Middle Eastern kids, like, yo, it's like the world that we live in now is pretty crazy because everyone's so brainwashed. Even I get brainwashed sometimes. So sometimes you got to step outside of reality and look at things for what it is. Don't listen to what the media is saying because they cover that shit up so much, man. They cover it up. Trust me. Some things that you see on the news, some things that happened like a while ago, they just happened to bring it up to get media hype. The media, the news, don't. If you believe everything the news is saying, then you got to be stupid because they sugarcoat the hell out of things and they just want you to believe what they want you to believe. So that the people who are really, really wealthy, they control all of that shit if you think about it. Because the news isn't going to tell you the exact truth. So yeah, man, it just makes you think about what's going on in this world and who are you in this world and what are you doing for yourself because, it's going to be rough, man. I can imagine because, I don't know, let's make a discussion in the comment section down below. I want to see what you guys feel about this. So in the comment section, you can leave your requests, but I want to see mostly what you guys are thinking about Akala's Fire in the Booth Part 2. Let's make a discussion because I think this is worth discussing. I think it is worth talking about because it means a lot, it's meaningful, and we all can learn from this. The people who don't know about it, the younger kids, the older people, me, who don't know about certain situations, you know, we can all learn from each other. Knowledge is power, you get what I'm saying? So yeah, it's 2 Blunt TV. Make sure you guys go and check out Akala's Fire in the Booth Part 2, 1 and 3. I haven't seen 3 yet, so make sure you guys go and check them out. I'm telling you, it's worthwhile, it's worth listen, and you can learn things that you didn't know like I did today. So it's 2 Blunt TV. I'm out.